Hope you guys are all doing well and welcome back to the channel. You guys all know that I love lighting. To my surprise, I got a package in the mail from GVM today. They make some pretty cool lights. We're gonna be going down into the studio. We're gonna do a little unboxing. I'm gonna show you guys what they sent over and we'll go over all the details. In a future video, we are gonna be doing a on-location shoot with this light as well. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Turn on the little post notification thingy that everybody tells you to. So let's go down and let's see what's in the box. There we go. Got it. It's a big one. Looks like we got some pretty cool things in here. And it's very nicely packaged, so let's just get these out. So it looks like we got two things in here. One of them is the GVM softbox, and this other one, I believe, is the GVM SD-300B video light. All right, let's just put the softbox aside for now and let's get into the big light right over here. Open this up. All right. The SD-300B Pro comes in this beautiful carrying case. It's all padded, so you don't have to worry about, damaging your video light if you're transporting it to, let's say, the studio or on location somewhere. So let's open her up. So right off the bat, you have your power cable, and it's a very, very thick cable, so you don't have to worry about it being damaged. Got some paperwork in here. Over here, we have our power brick, which our power cord connects to, and it also has a little V-mount over here. And moving these paddings out of the way, we can get to the main compartment down here. As you guys can see, look at that color. So let's see, get this reflector out of the way first. So we have this amazing reflector over here, and again, it comes very nicely padded. And if you guys can see the inside of this, it has this little texture over here, which is gonna help you increase the brightness of your light. And if you need to increase the throw of it, that'll be amazing. Last but not least, in here we have our 300 Pro. And look at this thing. So let's open her up and reveal what's inside. And this thing is absolutely amazing. This light has a all aluminum alloy construction, so it's gonna be extremely rugged and durable. On set, not everybody is careful as you are, so having something that can withstand little bumps and stuff is gonna be key. So as you guys can see on the bottom and the top, you have these massive ventilation holes. The fans on this light are gonna be extremely silent, but you are gonna have options for 3 different modes: smart mode, a silent mode, and a high mode. So depending on your use case, you will be able to fine tune that to your liking. I know many of you guys are gonna be wondering what the CRI rating of this light is. So it is a 97 CRI light, so it's gonna be extremely color accurate. So whether I'm working with film or digital, I will be confident that this light will give me the colors that I need out of it. So additionally, set up this light to be compatible with their mobile app, so you'll be able to control all the settings through there. If you've seen me work in the studio, you know that I love my light modifiers. So I'm also happy to say that this light has the industry standard Bones mount, which is extremely favorable because there's tons of modifiers, including this massive softbox, that are compatible with this light. So let me grab a light stand. We'll set up this light. So I will do a little short demo, show you guys the output levels of this light using my light meter, and then we'll pop over and we will unbox this softbox. So right off the bat, something that caught my eye were these little twist locks on the light. I'll show you guys a little closer look, but they have these small teeth that lock your light in place. So once you're tight, this doesn't matter if you're putting a massive softbox on this or not, this light's not gonna tip over or slowly just kind of sway downwards and change up your lighting setup once you have this all dialed in. Let's get the power connected now. And they come with these nice Velcro cable ties, which I appreciate because putting cables away sometimes is a nightmare. And the power cable that connects directly to the light has this little push lever lock. So if somebody trips over it, it's not gonna accidentally come out and ruin your shot. And right over here on the side of the light, remember I was showing you guys that little V-mount. This right here will slide in and it'll lock, and it has a little release lever right down here to release this, but this will be securely in place. And you can take that cable tie now and you can just make sure that these cables are tied and tucked away neatly. That way they're not flopping around and getting in your way. Okay, so let's get our power connected now. One thing to be sure of before you turn on your light, that you remove your plastic cover that keeps the LED safe. So there is a little release lever right on the top that'll open up your Bowens mount, and this cover comes right out. So we'll come on the back of the light right over here, and there's a little on switch, and that'll get your light going, and you already see how bright that is. So you have 3 settings on the back. So you have your color temperature, so you can go all the way down, make that 2700 Kelvin, super warm, or you can go all the way up for a extremely cool light. So depending on your preference, your use case, the kind of scenario that you guys are working on, whether it's creating a sunrise or a sunset or creating ambient light, or if you need a bright key light for your videos, this is gonna do all of that. Built right into the light, you have this beautiful screen, this full color. So you have all the settings built in right onto the unit right here. So you don't have to worry about having an external app. But if your light is away from you and it's in an unreachable area, GVM thought about that. So this light is wirelessly compatible with the app. So you can tweak all the settings in there. So right on the light, you have these 2 selector knobs, and you're gonna use these to pick your settings. The one on the left is gonna be your OK button. So for example, we're gonna go in right here. This is where you change your color temperature. So if you wanna go warmer or cooler, and the one on the left over here is gonna control your intensity. So you can bring this down all the way to 0.1%. So as you guys can see, you have this dim bright source, or you can crank this up all the way, I'm gonna be honest, as high as you want, all the way to 100%. But we're just gonna keep it at that because it's extremely bright already. We'll just lower this to 10% just for this right now. We will do a little light reading afterwards to show you guys the intensity of the light. But to show you guys some other settings, if you click this mode button, you'll be brought back to the main menu, and you can select, for example, your source, or for example, you have your effects over here. So if you go right in here, as you guys can see, you can do mimic lightning, and that'll intermittently go off. And again, you can choose your intensity and your color temperature for that, and the speed. Let's see some other settings that you can change right over here. Let's go back. You have a CCT loop. So let's just select that, and that'll kind of go through different color temperatures. You also have a candle setting to kind of mimic candlelight. So maybe you have this pointing behind your subject, or used as a practical light off in the distance to create that little background action. This is going to be perfect for that, especially on the lower settings. Then you have a bad bulb. So if you want to mimic a light bulb going on and off, you have a TV, paparazzi, explosions, pulsing, strobe lights, fire, fireworks, and it goes on and on. There's welding. So you have tons of these different effects in here that you can choose from. If you're looking for an all-around great light that has these effects built in, you know, has the flexibility of changing color temperature on the go, this is going to be a great light for that. I'll have all the information linked in the description of this video, but you know, if you're looking for one light setup, this might be it, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of video work. Even for photography, this is going to be a great tool to have in your arsenal. Having the ability to choose the output and color temperature of your light source is going to be key, especially for film photography. if you're shooting a higher or lower ISO film, whether it's tungsten balance or daylight balance, you'll be able to choose how you want your light to react with your film. And that's very, very important thing to have in a light source like this. So why don't we check out the reflector dish that came with this light. Then we'll take a little light reading just to give you guys an idea of how bright this light can get and also how dim it can get. This is the reflector dish that comes with this light, and as you guys can see, it has this awesome pattern inside, and you might think that's just for looks. It's actually gonna help increase the brightness of the light. So as the light bounces around in there, it intensifies and it shoots out in more of a directional pattern. So how the Bowens mount works is you have these 3 prongs right over here, and they slide into corresponding slots right onto the light. And all you're gonna do is give that a little twist and that'll lock right in there, and this is not coming out at all. This light is only set to 1.1% and it's this bright already. And if you were curious of how it looks without the reflector dish, so this is with the reflector dish on and this is with the reflector dish off. So you can see how much this reflector dish concentrates that light. So if you can't have this light close to your subject, you can set this up pretty far away, add this reflector dish, and already it's gonna intensify your light source. Why don't we start at its lowest power setting? And just for consistency's sake, I'll set it to 5600 Kelvin. Then this is the intensity is at 0.1%. And what we'll do is we will take a light reading over here and let's measure it at 100 ISO. So at 100 ISO at 60th of a second, you're getting f1.8. So just to show you guys those settings right over here. And what I'll do is I will now remove the reflector grid and we'll take another light reading. And so at the same shutter speed, you're getting f1.1. So as you can see, the reflector grid does increase the intensity of the light overall. Now that we've measured at its lowest intensity, let's measure at its highest intensity. Just lower that because that is very bright. So it's still at 5600 Kelvin, and I'll try not to get blinded by this light. So right over here, we have, with the reflector, we have f8 at 60th of a second. So it gives you an idea of how bright it is. And I will also show you guys without the reflector grid right over here. Ooh, do this quick. And you're getting f4.5. So this reflector pretty much doubles your light output, which is absolutely incredible. My favorite film to shoot is Portra 400. So I generally like to meter things at 400 just to give me kind of like a mental map and just set my brain up for how bright a light actually is. So let's see that 50% at 60th of a second, you're at f11. So for me, this light is incredible and it's extremely bright compared to some of the other stuff that I've used, whether it's like modeling lamps of other strobe lights or something. This is probably 5-6 times brighter, and that's only at 50%. So hopefully this information was helpful for you guys, just to give you guys a better idea of how bright this light is. I know in practical terms that may differ from use case to use case. Let's go back down. We will open up the softbox. We'll open that up. We'll take a look at it, and then we'll set that up also, and we'll take a little light reading. So additionally to the light source, GVM has also sent over this beautiful softbox. So let's open this up. So again, like the light, looks like this also comes with a beautiful carrying case. So this is a very nice case that comes with this. So if you need to transport your softbox, it's gonna be very, very useful. It also comes with a grid right over here. And here is the softbox itself. So this is also going to be Bowens mount. It comes with a little protector right over here for the mount itself. So inside is also the diffusion panels, and we will set that up right now. So let's open this up. So why don't we add the diffusion panels in this? And also size-wise, this is the 36-inch softbox. So just for size comparison with me beside it, just to give you guys an idea of how big it is. So let's go back up. We'll attach this softbox to the light and we'll see how it looks. Perfect. So having those teeth that interlock on the light, even putting a massive modifier like this on the softbox, it's not gonna tilt up or down. So let's turn on this light. I'll bring it down just a little bit more. And you have this nice handle up top. So if you need to bring it up or if you need to bring it down, you can point it exactly where you need it and have a firm grip on it while you're tightening everything up. We are gonna set our light at, perfect, this is at 20% now. And let's bring it up like this. Okay. So as you guys can see, this is the softbox right over here. It's 36 inches. So I've had to lower my settings on my camera to balance out this light right over here. So I just moved the light source just outside of the frame. So it's just about an arm's length away from me now. It's set at 25% power. So my camera settings are f5 at 125 ISO. And you guys can see that even at 25%, this light is extremely bright. And with the double diffusion panel of this 36-inch softbox, you're gonna create that nice soft light on one side. You're gonna get that shadow on the other side. And again, if you need to fill one side, you could just add a little white card or something. But having this one light source off to one side creates a little dimensionality, creates a separation from the background, and it's just gonna isolate your subject for, talking head videos just like this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the GVM SD Pro 300B. I hope this helps you guys find the light that you guys are looking for, whether it's a 300 watt, 600 watt, or if you need something a little lighter than that. But this is gonna give you a great idea of how this light works. Thank you again to GVM for working with me on this project. If you guys have any questions, whether it's for this light or anything else, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.